The conference championship games have come and gone, and now it's time to look forward to the ultimate showdown that is Super Bowl 50. Before we get into analyzing and predicting the Super Bowl matchup, just wanted to recap last week's conference championship challenge. Each week in the postseason, I've been giving out prizes to those that follow me on my Twitter and also that can predict certain questions for each week's games. Last week's question was a bit of a troublemaker for you guys. I told you to predict the score of the NFC Championship game. While I did ultimately choose one winner who was the closest to both scores with a point differential of 20, the Panthers really made you guys look foolish last week. 54% of you picked the Panthers to win, which isn't terrible. Where it gets tricky is where you guys were predicting the score. 13% of you came within 11 points of Carolina's score, and only 8% of you came within 2 points of Arizona's score. Absolutely no one came within 3 points of both scores. So last week's winner was based off of who was the closest to both scores by differentials. The Conference Championship Challenge winner is Joey Howard, who predicted that the Panthers would win and the score would be 31-17. Now, as stated in videos previously and at the end of this one, to win the prize for that week, you must be following me on Twitter and tweet at me so I know what your username is so I can track you on here. So, unfortunately, Joey Howard only wins bragging rights this week, and last week's prize of 2 Crackle shot glasses of your team's choosing will get thrown in with the prize for this week's Super Bowl challenge. And now, it's time for
Hatbox's Superlatives of the Year.
First up, we have Matt, the NFL Fanatic, most likely to put his viewers asleep by the beginning of his video. We gotta throw Gio Knows in there for most likely to not understand what contact lenses are. The Football Guru for most likely to trademark, if I don't know anything, I know I go 0-4 weekly. Next, we have Halfmoon's picks for most likely to stand in front of a green screen in his mother's basement.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf!
And last but not least, we have King Poetic for most likely to play Buffalo Bill in an on-stage adaptation of Silence of the Lambs.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
Now, it's time to pull some nostalgia on fans that have been around since I started this channel 5 years ago.
Yo, what is up everybody? Been a while since you all heard from me, and I'm sure none of you care. But I am back for my prediction for Super Bowl 50. It's amazing that the Broncos are even in it this year. Back in week 15, there was a chance they wouldn't even make the playoffs. But Peyton's return brought life back into the team, and here they are on the big stage. But I give way more credit to the amazing defense this year. They were ranked number 1 in the regular season, and they brought down the freaking hammer on Brady last week. This is a different team from the Super Bowl 48 team, which is a good/bad thing. The defense is a more prominent figure, but Manning is not the same player he was. On the other side, we got the Panthers. And yeah, at 17-1 with the probable league MVP Cam Newton at quarterback, they seem unstoppable. And their defense looks just as good as Denver's. However, I think everyone has noticed that they have a tendency to give up huge leads and make games closer than they should, most notably against the Giants, but don't forget, after leading 31-0 at halftime, the Seahawks came within 1 touchdown of tying the divisional game. While the team's offense and defense are huge forces, it seems like they're capable of being stopped. My final verdict, this game will not be a blowout. It's gonna hinge on what defense plays the better game, and in my opinion, Denver is superior and will cause trouble for Newton's offense. I don't believe Peyton is going to have an amazing game for the ages, but he will get the job done and help put enough points on the board for the win. It's my belief that this is probably gonna be his last game, and the whole team is gonna be playing their hearts out so they can see him go out on the highest note possible. My score prediction is 27-24 Broncos. The MVP will not be Peyton, but Emmanuel Sanders. I think he'll have an amazing game and put up 2 touchdowns and at least 150 yards receiving. So you guys think I'm an idiot? Think Cam is gonna stomp the Denver D and Peyton is gonna flop?
I don't give a fuck.
I just wanted to thank Tenza for finding the time to join me this week in doing our predictions for Super Bowl 50. Now for the greatest prediction of all time for myself. Just a little backstory before we start. I am 5-0 in Super Bowl predictions since I started this channel. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but that is a notable statistic. We looked at Super Bowl 50, who pits both #1 ranked teams in both conferences head to head. Now, last week I said those two games will be the greatest ones of the season, and now I stand corrected. Even though I predicted the absolute opposite of this matchup, this Super Bowl will be the best game this season has to offer. The Denver Broncos took care of business when Tom Brady and the Patriots came to town last week. That new adjusted extra point really took a toll on this game, and I think that's exactly how the NFL wanted it. It really proved detrimental in games this season, and none bigger than the AFC Conference Championship game. The Broncos looked fairly impressive on their first few drives, but then started to flake out towards the end of the game. You know who didn't flake out? The Broncos defense. They brought the hurt on Tom Brady for the entire game. I have never seen someone sacked and knocked down so much in one game, and it really affected the outcome of said game. This will be Manning's last hoorah, and why wouldn't the NFL and Manning fans alike see their golden QB ride off into the sunset with a Super Bowl trophy in his hands? Now, on the other side of the ball, the Panthers absolutely fooled everyone into thinking they were only 3-point favorites at home against the Cardinals in the NFC conference game, where they proved to be 34-point favorite. The Cardinals officially get my wet towel award. They were amazing all season, yet somehow managed to skim by the Packers and get blown out by the Panthers. The Panthers team overall looked incredible. The passing game was firing on all cylinders, the rushing attack was hitting every angle and gap perfectly, the special teams were making plays when they had to, and the defense was just outstanding. It sure has been an honor this season to watch the Panthers lose their single loss of the season to Atlanta in the Georgia Dome. But all kidding aside, the Panthers definitely put on a show for NFL fans every time they play, and we should be forever grateful. Now, the moment we have all been waiting for. The winner of Super Bowl 50 will be the Carolina Panthers. I think the Panthers win by a score of 30-28, so it's definitely going to be close, and I think Greg Olsen will be the Super Bowl MVP. When it comes down to it, these two teams are absolute spitting images of each other, besides the passing attack. In general, I think that in this stage of the game, Cam Newton is having more fun on the field than Peyton Manning, and it definitely shows in his play. They can both make some really good spot-on passes, but with Cam Newton's mobility, the edge has to go to the Panthers. And don't worry, Broncos fans, I want to see Peyton Manning go out on top as well, but I just think the Panthers are a more complete team overall. And now the official rules for participating in my Super Bowl challenge to win 2 Crackle shot glasses of your team's choosing, and this week's prize will be a custom Rydell Speed replica mini helmet of your team's choosing. You cannot win prizes from my Super Bowl challenge unless you do the following. Follow me on Twitter, tweet me your favorite team and your YouTube username that you commented on this video with. You must answer all the parts of the challenge question correctly to win. For the Super Bowl challenge, I want to know what will the score be for Super Bowl 50, who's going to win Super Bowl 50, so that's going to be implied by the first part, and who will be the Super Bowl MVP. To win, you must get the winner and the Super Bowl MVP correct, and be the closest to the score of Super Bowl 50. As I said before, this week's prize will be 2 custom Crackle shot glasses of your team's choosing, as well as the Rydell Speed replica mini helmet of your team's choosing. Good luck to everyone. I just wanted to take this time to thank everyone that has been around this season, as well as the seasons before. If you like this video and want more like it in the off season, you can always hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We got new projects and ideas just around the corner, with weekly videos and everything. So, my name is Hatbox, and this will be my final time logging off for the 2015-2016 NFL season. Thanks for making it a special one, guys.